Tonight, Mr. Carlson has the honor of delivering the keynote address at the annual Ohio Broadcasters Dinner.
Oh, God.
Since none of you people are nice enough to have been invited to that function, I have asked Mr. Carlson to preview that little talk for us, and he has graciously agreed. So, ladies and gentlemen, the incredible Art Carlson.
Radio. What is it? Where did it come from? And where is it going?
Oh, no.
Who would have thought that back in 1920, when station KDKA in Pittsburgh was granted the first commercial license, the radio would have become what it has? If any of you here can remember back to those times, you're probably quite old, so I'll speak up if you want me to. Let's ask ourselves, what is radio's importance to us all? How important is it? Does it affect our lives? To answer that question, let me begin by asking you a question. Why is it the radio station is always the first thing that gets captured during a revolution in one of those little temperamental southern countries? Interesting thought, isn't it? Well, if you want to take over a country...
And when I say essay, I mean essay. I do not mean a single word repeated 1,000 times. Is that clear, Mr. Bender?
Crystal.
Good. Maybe you'll learn a little something about yourself. Maybe you'll even decide whether or not you care to return. My office is right across that hall. Any monkey business is ill-advised. Any questions?
Yeah, I got a question. Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
Sorry, BK. Sorry, big guy. It's just that your speech, it just made me want to jump up.
Oh, thank you, Herb.
It's just that, well, radio, to me, oh, gosh, I don't know. What can I say?
Go on, Mr. Carlson.
Well, to pick up where I was. Radio entered the 30s like a speeding locomotive. Suddenly there were big-time radio stars. These big-time radio stars went to Hollywood, became big-time movie stars. Perhaps it might be interesting in this time.
Nobody scores my navigator and gets away with it. Well, what does she expect? You leave your navigator lying around? Naturally, somebody's gonna run over him.
Three, 1, 2. Put it. Easy, steady she goes.
Tolstoy has said so well, so many times. Art should educate as well as entertain, and so should radio.
Tolstoy said that about radio?
No, Tolstoy said that about art. I added the part about radio.
That's interesting, because your name is Art.
As I was saying, in 1937, the CBS radio network sent Edward R. Murrow to cover the Second World War.
Oh, boy, he's my hero.
And by doing so, changed the face of radio forever. Who can forget the men, the machines, the invasions, the blitz, the rationing, the general unpleasantries? London at that time was a city cut off.
Four-leaf clover that I overlooked before. One is for sunshine, the other for rain. Third for the roses that bloom in the lane. No use explaining the one remaining. It's somebody I adore. I'm looking over a four-leaf clover that I overlooked before. I'm looking over a four-leaf clover that I overlooked before. One is for sunshine, the other for rain. Third for the roses that bloom in the lane. No use explaining the one remaining. It's somebody I adore. I'm looking over a four-leaf clover that I overlooked before.
Ah, but that was yesterday. And this is today. Who and what do we influence today, and how? It's an exciting thought, isn't it? One of my most exciting personal memories of recent times is when President Ford visited our Queen City.
You know, your mother's no fool. You want my advice? No. Well, my advice to you is that you should make up with Tom. You know, he's not the world's most perfect person in the world, but he is. He's a nice fella, and you can't deny that he's a man. And he's steady, and he's kind, and I've always liked him. And you could do a lot worse, you know. You know, I don't know what this argument is between you and Tom, but I do know this. Even if you are miserable living with him, it's the only way you're going to be happy.
Who is it that makes radio run? Well, it's the dedicated men and women like yourselves who run the stations. And don't think running a station is easy. Far from it. Bringing a station together under a single banner of leadership is no easy task. You must inspire confidence and respect.
A toy robot! A toy robot?
Eat lead, sucker.
nowadays, they just play what's called music. There will never again be giants like Fred Allen, George and Gracie Burns, W.C. Fields.
Holy shit. Holy shit! Light! Holy shit! Holy shit! Light! 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 Open the door! There's a maniac in there! What are you doing? Open the door! What are you doing? What are you doing? Open the door! Light!
Still on the job, white boy. Get in the car.
Open the door, man! Open the door!
Get in the car.
Jesus Christ! You crazy, Light. I mean, you can't just shoot into people's houses. I mean, maybe you shot the guy.
What if it did?
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's pretty severe. Jesus Christ!
Hey, blanks get the job done, too.
You reap 'em, and you guys are all out to fucking lunch. Let's get out of here.
Of course, contemporary music. In the area of rock and roll, that field is dominated by the groups and individual stars whose songs speak for entire generations. You really think so?
Fascinating.
Oh, Mr. Carlson, I hung on every word.
I don't know when I've heard a more interesting talk.
Yeah, really, the Gettysburg Address at radio. It's a guaranteed killer.
Huh? Done it, Andy. It was a great idea of yours. I feel so much more confident about it.
Well, now, see, that was the idea.
It's amazing.
Amazing is not the word.
Yeah. Just a boy like they were mesmerized. It's like that part about FM radio.
Who? Oh, see, that was my favorite part.
That cute little comment I made about Marconi.
Who was that?
Marconi.
Marconi. Oh, yeah, that was my favorite part.
Yeah. I should talk more often with you.
Absolutely.
Frankly, Andy, I think I stunned him.
Yeah, I think you did.
Well, it stinks.
Oh.